I honestly thought I was kind of done with this deck, but Brandon just keeps on finding myself. I keep on finding better combos and getting more cards for it. So yeah, we're back. Um, I wanted to find out what list I could build up. I still haven't went to a tournament yet. I'm gonna be probably going next Friday, and I wanted to try to figure out what kind of list I could play for next Friday. And I came up with this list here. Pretty interesting. There are some changes you'll notice off the bat, and there are some changes that you may not notice. But I'm gonna go over it. So starting off for the starters, we have of course the triple Keeper of Dragon Magic with the instant fusion. Of course, the best combo is normal summoning Keeper. If you see this alongside Branded Fusion or Instant Fusion, it's full combo, or Foolish Burial. There's some new combos that I will probably show off. If not today, another vid for sure. But there's that. We then have the one Scorpio. Of course, Scorpio by itself isn't like full combo, but it could be, because this can't play through things like Shifter and stuff like that, but this can still put out your Jade plus Dracostapelia, the basic combo. And Lone Fire Blossom is just a second Scorpio, because I only own one Scorpio. So that's interesting. Foolish, you can count as like another normal summon, because you can get some other like ability wises and stuff. And yeah, we just can't cut the Foolish. Double Kit, of course, the Budget Aluber. And that's 7 hard normal summons, which you don't really want to play in a 40... I'm playing a 44 card deck now. I was playing 40 normally. Bump the deck count. So, yeah, there's that. Of course, we have the triple Branded Fusion. I mean, you can't really go wrong without it, of course. Double Fallen of Elbaz. Could play 3, but then you gotta mess around with your ratios. 1 Romarin and 1 Cartesia as our somewhat main light targets. You go into this with the Dracostapelia basic combo to get the predaplating and stuff set up, and this if you already have Biblis set up. But another card you could also dump is my new target, Bestial Lubellion, the most popular branded Despia, pretty much light target to summon with Albion, of course, because you get this in the grave. You can special it with Albion. There's plays. Those are pretty much some new combos that I've learned a bit, so there's that. The only other Bestial I play right now is Baldric. I'm probably going to try to get some more Bestials soon to play a bigger Bestial engine, and debating on if I want to play 1 Lubellion or possibly bump it up to 2. I don't think 3 is mandatory because it gets too bricky, but something to consider moving forward. 1 Tragedy, 1 Adlib, 1 Mercurier, our basic Mercurier, searchable off Branded Lost, and I wasn't playing this before, but now that we have the Lubellion, I thought I'd play the Mercurier to search off the and then Adlib to go with red, and Tragedy to search Adlib. Branded Lost and Branded in red. Branded Lost is just crazy. Of course, you place it with Lubellion, and it's just good. And Branded in red, of course, but we're still playing the other trap, the Branded Banishment. Just typical good usage card. All in all, loving it. Lubellion I've only opened a couple times, but that's why we play the Baldric, because if you open the Lubellion, it's not dead in hand, and you don't want to special it from hand to get the search effect. Just some testing I'm trying out. We have the Predaplant engine, similar to the one of the, I don't know if I showed the new one before I switched this back, but I did have something different. I almost said Tragedy. Triantis, double Bufo, and of course the triple Biblis, the Dimension Force part of the package. So I like to call it the D-Force. That should have been something, a name for something. I mean, it is a card for Destiny Heroes, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, these two are instant fusion. Summon Ambulance, go full combo. Biblis searches your other stuff, like your Chlamydia Sundew, and then you got the Brick Cobra. You never want to open Cobra, of course. Then for the spells and traps for that engine, just 1 of each, same as usually. Practice, fusion, and predaplanting. Sometimes when you go, if you want to go the route with Lubellion, you search the Bufo. You skip this part, but this part, it's good if you open these, or you just open Bufo and search them. There's plays. Hand traps. I'm playing these still. These are pretty much imperms. I'm getting imperms soon because they got reprinted in Rarity Collection, which is good. So I'm going to be getting those. So pretty much you can just pretend these are imperms. And then 3 Ash in the main deck. Questionable main, but I needed some kind of play for like some other deck matchups like Labyrinth, the Mirror Match, things like that. Things that like do a lot of searching. Ash is just really good against pretty much every deck. And 2 Ogre. I'm debating on playing 3 of this and 2 of this. Ash is good at 3, of course, but Ogre is just so viable, especially against the newer decks. This is good against Pearly with my friend. This is good against the Centurion build, the new like decks from the I think it's Tactical Masters. I think that's what the set is called. Or it was one of those, the new one that came, like one of the new sets that came out. This is good against that, and there's quite a bit of popularity playing it. So I'm debating if I want to play 3 of this and 2 of this, or swap these around. But if these are going to be imperms, imperms good at 3 because of Babushka. She want out to that and other floodgates and things like that. And of course, gotta play Called by the Grave because Ash on Brine of Fusion kills us. I'm debating, because there's apparently a new set that's coming out, supposed to have a crossout reprint. Debating on if I want to play the crossout engine with all the different hand traps. This deck, there's so many options to go through. Extra deck, not a whole lot has changed. Of course, the Predaplant, Ambulance Melodies, and Millennium Eyes as our instant fusion targets. And also you can summon Ambulance, but Millennium Eyes is just so good at breaking through boards. Big tower things, like big interruptions. You can bait and negate with this. If you open Instant Fusion, you have a way to summon Ambulance, summon the Millennium Eyes, and bait their negate by trying to steal it. You know what I mean? Because if they have a Baron, like a Brone, you can Instant Fusion this, if you have a way to make this, effect to target the Brone to steal it, and that baits the negate, because either they negate it, or we steal their negate and get to use it ourselves. It's just so good. And obviously Ambulance is full combo. Somewhat by itself. Double, Draco's Spelia. Debating on playing 1. But the second one is just so good with Banishment and things like that. Starving Venom, of course. Mandatory at this point. Same thing with Predapower. These are both mandatory. I'm still playing Triff. I don't know what to cut for this. Probably Chimera. I could get Chimera, but I think I'm liking how my deck is right now. Double Albion. 1 Lubellion. 2 Mirrorjade. Of course, the standard lineup at this point for Branded Despia, playing the 1 Lubellion. Bit risky. I am playing Rindbrum and Sprind still, because I do love this package. Rindbrum being able to go into Sprind with the Albaz play, and the you can just make this against Unchained, and Unchained, things like big, like board decks, other things like that, so good for that. And if you, use Albaz to make Mirrorjade before going into your Prevalent Blast, because there's a combo with that, you can go Brand of Fusion, make this instead, and just have combo. And this is an interesting choice. I did cut this. I've never played this in the Predaplant version before. Masquerade. This is the 15th slot. It's good against time wise. That's why you play it against locals. That's why I put it in. But I've never played Masquerade in the Predaplant version because you don't always make this. But we're playing the Branded in red. We're playing the Despia. Masquerade is good. And thing about these, if you don't want to play these, like this is optional. This is just a meme tech as well. My friend's playing it too, so I thought I'd give it a go. And the Rindbrum Sprint package I like. You could cut the Rindbrum and Sprint package for things like Albolanatis and the second Ambulance if you wanted to, because you're playing the big Predaplant engine, so Ambulance is good at 2. And Albolanatis gets you Instant Fusion if you can only do a Mirrorjade board. And Masquerade could be cut for Quertus if you wanted to. Debating on Gran Guigno, the Cartesia fusion monster as well. There's so many other things this deck could like play to make it better. I don't know, man. I don't know. Side deck, not a whole lot has changed. We have 3 copies of There Can Be Only One. We're going first. 3 Eradicator. And the only part that's changed, Branded Beast and 2 Baldrake. I want to swap these out for Sarnir, Magnamut. And this obviously stays, because we already play a ball trick in the main, or just main deck the... I'm doing like Magnamut, because it searches a dragon, and obviously Keeper Dragon Magic's a dragon. And the other two, Beast is just a side-in for things like Floodgate decks, so that we can place this in the Spell and Trap zone, and out those Floodgates. Same thing with Cyclones as well, they also do the Floodgate thing. And yeah, there's still 4 slots. I didn't forget Super Poly and Mud Dragon, of course, for those heavier decks. Combos. I'll show off the Lubellian combo. The combo just needs a way to ambulance, so either the Predaplant line, plus a way to get Adlib in the grave. So that can either be Foolish, it can be Adlib itself. But of course, for the combo, I'm going to show the Keeper route using Keeper, Adlib, and we'll just grab the Ashes as discard fodder. Sure. This might look backwards. Yeah, this is a bit backwards. I do apologize if it is, because I'm playing backwards. Starting things off, we'll normal summon the Keeper, activate the effect, discard the Adlib, search for Instant Fusion. Activate Instant Fusion, of course. Summon the boy, Predaplant Ambulant Melodies. Can't get rid of this card, man. Effect to add a Predap card. Of course, gonna add the Bufalicula. Frog. And we're gonna go effective this. Target this, tribute, and then special from the deck. So we're going to tribute the Keeper. Cobra. And then Cobra effect. Searching the Branded Fusion, of course. And then you want to scale the frog, so we want to get the Ambulant Melodies off the field. So we're going to put it in the Pendulum Zone and activate its effective Fusion Summon. Ambulant Melodies and Cobra going into the, of course, Dracostapelia. Beautiful collector's rare, man. I love this card. And then we're going to fire off Branded Fusion, praying it doesn't get ashed. Albaz. And our Lubellian. Summon Albion. Albion effect on summon. Banish. Banish. Summon our Mirror Jade in our extra monster zone above our Dracostapelia, of course, to protect that relinquished animal, because we all hate that link monster. Now we contribute Albion, because it is a level 6 or higher Dark Dragon, so we contribute it for Lubellian. Then go Lubellian effect, placing Branded Lost. And now we can go straight to our end phase and go Albion effect, setting Branded in red, because we have Adlib in the graveyard. That's why we need a way to get Adlib in the grave, otherwise Branded in red isn't that viable. So, I'll show you what this end board kind of does. We have a Negate with Dracostapelia, a Mirror Jade Banish. The card you'd want to send here is probably just Albion, but you could send Rinbrum or Sprind. If you send Sprind, you can fuse it on the next turn or something. Dumping Rinbrum, sure. And we have the Negate, of course. Then afterwards, fire off that Branded in red, targeting the Adlib, add, fuse with the Mirror Jade, or the Dracostapelia, to summon your choice of either Dracostapelia or Masquerade. If it's round 3 and you want to burn, you can go Masquerade, but sometimes I'll just go the other Dracostapelia for an extra negate. And then we'll go Chain 1, Branded Lost, to add Albaz card. Chain 2, Adlib, target the Mirror Jade that's banished, just summon it back. Of course, you want to summon it in defense to avoid that Lightning Storm. And Lost will grab you your Mercurier. And so you'll have a Mercurier negate, a Mirror Jade banish, again, so you can just dump Albion. So double banish, double negate, and a monster negate. Plus, you have 3 cards in hand, which we're just going to pretend that they're random. It doesn't have to be Ash, but if you have Ash or something in your hand, it's extra interruption. And all that is off of Keeper plus Ad-lib, or a way to discard it and get it in the graveyard. So yeah, that is like one of the new combos I've been messing around with. I've gotten it so many times. If you don't have the ad-lib play, you can do the same thing with set banishment, and you still have interruptions. So there's a lot of things to this deck that I'm considering changing. I'm not 100% sure if I want to play the Bestial Engine and play pure Branded Despia, or continue the line of predaplants. Y'all let me know what you think about this deck in the comments. If y'all would like, y'all hit that like and sub button if you would like to. Greatly appreciated. And I will probably see you all hopefully soon. Yeah. See ya.